Welcome. This is PAMCast for July 21st, 2026. This is TechIDManager and Ruffian Software's monthly company update, where we talk to existing partners, tell you how TechIDManager and how Ruffian Software are doing, what has happened over the last month, what we intend to have happen over the next month, and how the company is doing overall. This is intended for people who are already using TechIDManager, know what it is, and know what it does. If that's you, hold on, that's great. If that's not you, then this is probably not the thing that you want to watch. You're welcome to stay and watch it. You should probably go watch one of our public demos or check out our website and see what we do, or schedule a demo with me or one of our other technical staff to do and see what TechIDManager is. You're welcome to hang out though. For everybody else who's here because they know they're here and they're an existing partner and they want to see what's going on, without further ado, let me bring up the agenda and tell you. Before I do that, we'll bring up the agenda and we'll start talking about it. So here's our agenda. For July 21st, 2026, what have we been up to? New features, and then what we're going to do next time. But first, I want to say that if you have done a demo with me or you've done any sort of support calls, and I've seen you standing at a standing desk, I've always asked about it. I have been curious about standing desks for years. I have friends that have them. I have friends that are doing treadmill walking while working, and I finally put enough together from a yes, it's useful, I'll probably like it, that I went ahead and I bought one. So like, I'm standing today. I can walk all around, standing. So I'm in a new standing desk. I like it. I am very much about the ergonomics, and I have like an ergonomic keyboard and a tray and all that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend checking out a standing desk. Probably, I don't know what percentage, a small percentage of people have them, and I like it. I've been using it for almost a month now, and it's really cool. All right, so anyway, beyond what I am doing, let's talk about what the company is doing. We did complete our SOC 2 Type 1 audit. That is available to any of our partners that want it. If you are interested in getting a copy of that, just like our newsletter said that we sent out, if you email support@techidmanager.com, tell them you want a copy of the SOC 2 Type 1 audit report. Somebody will get back to you, you'll sign an NDA, and then we'll send you a copy of the report to look at. Between the Type 1 and Type 2 report, there's a required auditing period, or required evidence collection period of 3 months to a year. We're going to wait about 6 months. And in 6 months, we will start a SOC 2 Type 2 audit, which will be good for a year. And once that's available, we'll have another announcement that we're doing it, and then you can get it when it's available. We're also probably going to try for a SOC 2 Type 3 report so that we can just put it on our website and anybody that wants can see it. The other big thing that we have been up to in the past month is polish on TechID Elevate. TechID Elevate is our UAC prompt management and privileged access control product that allows MSP technicians to control access for end users who are not admin, but to run stuff as admin. This is, I hope, going to be well received. We have several people that want to use it. If you want to be on that list of people to use it, there are a couple people already on the list, but if you want to be on that list, you can also email support@techidmanager.com, express interest in being on the TechID Elevate initial release, and we will schedule a meeting with you and set up and show you how to use that and enable it in your tenant. That polish on TechID Elevate has been the major focus this month. And if we go to the boring technical features, you'll see that a lot of things did get released. We released a new TechID host and TechID portal that have a bunch of new images. We have a bunch of look changes. There's a few new menu items, but most of that stuff you won't see until you have enabled TechID Elevate, and a bunch of new reports and new interactions, new things there. We released a new TechID client for Windows to support the TechID Elevate, to support login. It has a bunch of new images, new icons, same basic look, same look. The look hasn't really changed, but there's some new tabs on there. And with that, we also include now TechIDClient.get. TechIDClient.get is a command line usable interface into TechIDClient.windows. So that if you have the TechID client open on a Windows machine, you can run From the command line, TechIDClient.get and pass it a TechID link or a TechID client URL, get information about a credential. You can do a lot of the things that you can do from the GUI itself, mostly retrieving credentials, whether they're managed, personal password, or vault password. You can also unlock the client. Here, I'll just bring up the change log so that you can see it. TechID client 6.719. You can see right here. Make it bigger. The changes for TechIDClient.get. There are some new command lines. You can unlock the TechID client from the command line if you have the passphrase and you put it on there. So TechIDClient.get space passphrase and then your passphrase. You can get the list of elevated requests for TechID Elevate. You can approve a given request and you can deny a given request off on the command line. There are also the previously existing commands where if you put in one of these TechID client link URLs, you can get the credential from that specific password. This can be used in a variety of different ways. The most way that we use it is with AI and build processes to get the credentials out of TechID client that are the token passwords and things like that for build and to allow AI to do things remotely. Pretty cool feature. The big thing that we've had TechID client get before, but now you can actually unlock the Windows TechID client and get credentials from it. This is limited to a user. It has to be on the same machine. Whole bunch of security controls in place, but it's there if you want it. We released a new version of the TechID client for Mac OS. There was a issue with super long passwords that were incorrectly decrypted. Sometimes if you had a password more than 114 characters and the 115th character was of a particular range of characters, the password would fail to decrypt. That's been fixed. This was most evident in that we saw like a 1 in a 10,000 report of TOTP secrets not being usable on the Mac, but being usable on Windows. That's been fixed. And all the TechID Elevate stuff is in TechID Mac, as well as a WebSocket implementation in TechID Mac to show faster refresh times on just-in-time accounts and faster notifications of TechID Elevate requests. Released a new TechID client for Android. We also have the TechID client for Android listed in the Google Play Store now. So you can go to the Play Store and you search for TechIDManager or TechID client, and you will find our app there. That means that you'll now get automatic updating on the Android app. It has all the verifications. You don't have to sideload it anymore. If you have the existing version installed, you will need to uninstall it before you install the version from the Play Store. Even though we're signed with the same key, there is a change in the way the Play Store does that. They have their own distribution key. Anyway, you'll need to uninstall and reinstall it for Android. A new version of TechID client for iOS was also released. This includes some, as with the Android version, it includes removal of the tabs at the bottom, and now there are buttons on the main screen that let you go to each of the particular sections. The managed password, the users, the vaults, the login requests, the Elevate requests. Elevate requests and login requests can now be satisfied on the mobile versions of the TechID client. All of those releases we got done. They're all fully TechID Elevate capable. They have all the features in them. The real core of managing that UAC prompt, though, is on the end user's computer in the agent. There were, and we have, I can make this statement. There is a version in testing right now that we expect to go out the door very soon. I could have made that same statement 2 weeks ago, a week ago, 2 days ago. But what happens is we get in testing, we find some issue because that prompt and the way you control installs and things that run as admin and file moves and all those things, it's quite complicated. We will find something we don't like about it. And since we are trying to get out the best possible product to our initial users, we are postponing that release so that it gets the best possible thing out to you. We found one yesterday. fixed today. There's a release. I'll make that same statement again. There's a release in testing right now that should go out the door very soon. It has passed all the automated tests. It has passed everything. It's just little polishes here and there that we're making to get it out the door. And it didn't make it for today. So it got put on the agenda, but then struck through at the last minute because it just didn't make it out the door. It will. If you've been here for any amount of time, you've seen that like it's coming soon a lot. And it is. We're also making a lot of other progress in a lot of other areas at the same time. All right. So that's kind of the new features that were released or almost released this month. For next time, TechID login with for Entra ID joined machines. Microsoft credential provider replacement with the Entra ID login control flow is proving to be a tricky thing. And the personnel working on it has also proven to be a tricky thing. We had somebody who left who was working on it, and then we had somebody pick it up, and then we hired somebody new. It is now assigned to a person who, as of yesterday, their full-time job is to get that login flow working. They're working on it until it's working. They're not doing anything else. And then the TechID Elevate public release, we hope, and I put a big we hope about this. The internal release will definitely be real soon because it's just waiting on the one last change in the agent. The public TechID Elevate release should be as soon as we get some good feedback from our existing partners who choose to use it early. If you want to be one of those early people that uses it, you'll get access to the entire TechID Elevate product suite and feature suite for free as part of your existing subscription while in the initial testing period. We're not sure what pricing is going to look like after that. We think it's going to be very competitively priced. And every salesman ever says that it's going to be competitively priced or it'd be the right price. But like pricing, I was once told, is like throwing mud against a wall. You throw it against the wall. If it sticks, you throw more. If it slides off, you change the way you're doing it. So, and SaaS software pricing is very much in that same realm. So we have a price in mind. We're going to get some feedback from initial partners, see what they think it's worth, and then we'll move forward from there. Yeah. Man, I feel like I have flown through this agenda today. And as always, I'm going to say down here, I always forget which way to point. There's a newsletter. If you want to be added to the newsletter for when these things go out, sign up at techidmanager.com/newsletter. There are new how-to articles that got put out this month. You can always check those out. And yeah, that's about where we have today. I don't know if the standing desk makes me speak faster or slower. I feel like I always speak fast. I'm always trying to slow down. I feel like the standing desk may or may not have an effect on that. This whole thing was 14 minutes long. We're usually in the it's right around the same time frame we normally are, between 10 and 20 minutes. We've been longer, but that's where we are. That's what we've been up to. That's what we're going to be up to. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to email support@techidmanager.com. And that concludes our PAMcast for July 21st, 2026. Look forward to continuing to work with y'all. Look forward to releasing TechID Elevate and getting feedback from all of you on it. And look forward to really continuing to grow. Happy that y'all are here and happy to talk to any of you have any questions. I'll see y'all later. Bye.